IoT, robotics, extra. I'm saying, okay, that will also help during the interview round. Then workshops and certifications that you have done. One very important thing I would like to share. It has happened many times that students randomly add certifications since they have got the certificate, okay, into resume, and then they are not able to answer that during interview round, and it becomes the reason for your elimination. You need to add those things in resume for which you are sure if interviewer asks you questions you will be able to answer it, okay. So make sure you add those certifications only. And suppose right now if you are not sure, you still have some days, try to prepare answers for it, okay. And then what is the best way to prepare for the interviews, actual interview, if you ask me? First, understand how you are supposed to answer in technical interview and personal interview. Once you do it, you need to practice mock interviews. Mock interviews maybe with any experts or maybe your teachers, maybe your seniors. Okay, mock interviews will help you. For personal interview, the questions are usually common. Your strengths, your weaknesses, why should I select you into Accenture? Why do you want to join Accenture? Okay, they will give you some situation, how you will manage this situation. These kind of easy questions will be there. So for interview, to be honest, like personal interview, you don't need to worry much. But for technical interview, you need to prepare well. So usually I recommend students to give mock interview. So at least what will happen before your actual interview, you will be happy, you will be like ready, and your actual fear of the actual interview will reduce. Okay. So this is about the interview preparation part. Now, general tips and insights for Accenture, okay, from 2024 batch student, okay, whatever earlier students have shared, I'm just sharing it, okay. Level of difficulty, as I have mentioned, it is going to be around moderate, okay. Since the time is less, 90 minutes, 90 questions, so level of difficulty will be around easy to moderate. Time management was a major issue for most of the students, and you need to manage the same, okay. You need to be ready if the pattern is same again for this year, okay. Again, some general tips which earlier students have given. Don't waste time on a single question. First, solve all the questions like which are like your strength, okay. And if the time permits, you can visit the time consuming questions, okay. So that decision you need to take run time. That is very important, okay. Read the exam instructions properly. This is very necessary. Till last year, everyone please listen to me carefully. Till last year, there was no negative marking by Accenture. So basically, you can attempt each and everything. But company may change the exam instructions anytime, right? So you need to read each and every exam instruction before the exam. Don't randomly start the exam. It is very important. This is probably going to be first exam for most of the students. So please don't do these mistakes. Okay, it is very important. Now, for coding, you can select between C, CPP, Java, Python, .NET, as I have earlier mentioned. Interview was majorly based on resume, as I have mentioned it, and check the important topic and syllabus shared by the talent battle. I have already discussed it. Okay. Now, guys, if I consider right now the tentative date or week has not been mentioned by Accenture. If we consider you have around 20 to 25 days, if you get more than that, it is good. But if we consider tentative 25 days, I have created a time management plan for you. Okay. So you can still wait and you can check what I have created. And then based on what you have studied earlier, you can customize it. Okay. Now, time management for roughly 25 days. I have considered 25 days. Today is like 12th July. So suppose if they take exam in maybe first week of August, like or second week of August, roughly you will get 25 days. Suppose if they launch it in the around 31st July itself, you will have around 20 days. What I have done, I have roughly considered 100 hours of preparation. 100. Okay. So 4 hours every day. I guess you will be, if you are having holidays right now, you must study for 7 to 8 hours at least. You must, okay. But if your college has already started, you're not getting that much time, or if it is okay for you to bunk the lectures, okay, then make sure you study it, okay, at least for 7 to 8 hours. But minimum 4 hours is mandatory, okay. So what I have done, section wise, how much time you should go or how much time you should invest in the revision of concepts to learn from basics, and how much time you should focus on solving previous year question. The tentative plan I have created, definitely you can customize it based on whatever you have studied earlier. So for English ability, for the concept part where you will learn something from basics, if you don't know, if you already know, you can use these 6 hours over previous year questions. So around 6 hours for English to learn the concepts, and then previous year questions of Accenture around 7 hours. Critical reasoning and problem solving, definitely some students might have not done it earlier, so around 12 hours I have dedicated to learn the concepts from basics. Even if you don't know anything, that is fine, you will learn it over here. And then 13 hours to solve previous year questions. Same with abstract reasoning, around 8 hours for concept revision. Previous year questions will be around 7 hours. Now guys, if you check for MS Office, I have not given any time to learn concepts, because it is practically not possible. You do not have sufficient time, so you cannot take a book and start from very basics. What you should do maximum, what is the best thing you can do, solve all the previous year questions of MS Office, or in general MS Office related previous year questions of different companies as well. So 3 hours maximum you should dedicate for MS Office. Now for pseudocode, you need to learn concepts as well. Again over here, for coding and pseudocode together I have given 24 hours, 18 and 6. Considering if you don't know any programming language, you will learn it quickly, maybe in 13 to 15 hours. Then some of the DSA part, I can understand it is practically not possible to cover entire DSA in 20-24 hours, okay, but now we need to manage since the time is less, okay. So around 24 hours of concept revision for pseudocode and coding, and then previous year questions. For network security and cloud, again, I have not mentioned anything for concept revision. I have just given 3 hours to solve previous year question. So total, if you check, around 100 hours are there. 100 hours means 25 days into 400. If you do it 6 hours, 7 hours every day, you will be ready within 16 to 70 days. It is difficult, but it is possible. Okay, it is not impossible, that you need to understand. Even right now, if you have zero knowledge, no problem, if you follow it, you will be ready. So this is about overall Accenture preparation, the different rounds which I have mentioned. Now definitely some of you have already asked us about how we can help the students with the Accenture preparation. Now what will happen, I will just go on to the next slide as well, okay. Guys, now very important, you have understood the importance of working on aptitude, coding part, data structure part, database part, resume part, interview skills, mock interviews, latest technologies, and company specific preparation. So there are multiple things which are important for the placement preparation, even if we consider Accenture. Even those students who are attending this meeting and those who do not have Accenture, you need to understand some other company will definitely visit, and the preparation will be like important sections will be same. So what you need to do, you need to learn all these things which I have mentioned on the screen. Now guys, basically you have two options how you can prepare. What to prepare, that I have already mentioned. Now there are two options available by which you can take a decision how to prepare. The first option is definitely to do it alone. Like you have hundreds of YouTube channels which post a lot of content about aptitude, coding, DBMS, different things, okay. So what you need to do, if you want to do it alone and maybe from YouTube, you need to learn aptitude, coding, data structure, database, latest technology, and very important question part is Accenture specific previous year questions. You need to do it. And once you do it, you need to learn about interview techniques and practice mock interviews. Now that mock interview, maybe you can take it with your senior or college teachers